Hi, today I ask all of you to be my accountability partners to finally getting a recorded video released here in YouTube. The thing is, I don't struggle anymore with going live. It's almost a routine. I'm looking very much forward to it, and it's so easy. I just say the time is set and the date, and then I make a thumbnail, a title, and when the time comes, I push go live. I am as ready as I am, or not, and then we just go. But with recorded video, there is always, so I could do it tomorrow or the day after, and even if I would start, it could be better or even better. And yeah, it's just no pressure to getting it done. And so I thought I enlist all of you to be my accountability partners. And how do I do that? I just announced the exact time when my first recorded video will come out. And let me go back to the comments. Lala say, we love saying hi to everyone. Yeah, perfectly. And so nice to see everyone. Yes, and we have Paul back in a live stream. And he says, let's talk about your feelings. The terror. Okay, help me there a bit. Okay. So, but now the thing is, how do I make myself to finally produce a recorded video? I just tell you exactly when it will come out, and ta-da, here it is. It's February 27 at 1 p.m. PS text. Maybe that was an autocorrect. PST, Pacific time, will be the exact moment where I will publish my first recorded video, and you all can help me do it by just typing. If you're watching in the replay, type it in the comments. If you're watching live, type it right now. Just type in "do it," and the more people are typing "do it," the more motivation and pressure I have to actually do it. Okay, Paul, that's a very good question. Why are you scared to record a video? I'm not really scared. I'm more blocked by trying to find the perfect topic and the perfect way to produce it, and so I block myself from doing it. And with the live, I always have a deadline, and I didn't have a deadline until now with doing a recorded one, but now I have one. And Moni says, do it. Sarah says, live therapy with Paul. Exactly. Lala says, do it. Roy, do it. Sarah, do it. Paul, do it. And Sarah doubles down with do it. And live streaming studio tour. Oh, you give me a topic for the for the video. Yeah, I have a few ideas, but I will put that there too. And Moni says she puts the date in her calendar. And Paul says she sees, well, thank God there's no perfect idea. Yeah, but there's always the urge to find the perfect. Okay, I actually have a few ideas. Two main things I could do. The one is just a vague idea. The title there would be "Am I Boring?" And that is just for the title to get people in. I think I am not boring, but I know that can be a common fear with people going live for the first time. What if I am boring? And then furthermore, I would say, no one is boring. Everyone really is interesting and has interesting things to talk about. But you always could make boring content, and then we could talk a bit about how to not be boring with your content. And Paul says, what about what's my closets behind me. What's in my in the closet behind me? I think it's not so interesting. There's just some clothes, and yeah. Theoretically, I would love to put a closet in another room to have a nicer background, but for now it's good enough. Okay, and then we have Lala. She says recorded video is hard for her because it entails more preparation, a script, and creating bros, I don't know the word, etc. And yeah, you can make up a million reasons not to start. That's exactly the point, because with the live stream, it's hard to come up with reasons not to start because you promised people you will be live. And so I just decided to circumvent that. And then Moni said, no, please, not the closet. Okay, maybe it's a bit messy in there and she don't want. Okay, maybe we make an exclusive video for a few select people who who can watch into the closet. What did you put in there, Moni? And Paul is saying, Marcus, you're talking to a bunch of people that like to see Luria's plants. I think we'll be interested in your t-shirts and shoes too. Okay. I keep that in mind. And Moni says, or Marcus will tell me to get rid of my clothes. Yeah. Oh, Moni, I could book a consultation with Sarah for you. She does Zoom consultations, and then you can talk about clothes. But I think it's better to always focus on the own clutter than to focus on clutter of someone else. So your clothes may stay. Yeah, so I see. I could do so many things. Okay. Moni says she would do a consult, so I could arrange that. Okay, that was the one topic. Am I boring? I think that could be a nice idea. And then I made notes to first go to Sarah there. Declutter my studio video. Yeah, Sarah, I send Moni to you in a consultation with Zoom, and then we go. No, not we. I have nothing to do with it. The two of you can go through her clothes. Okay. So the other thing where I made many points is about doing interviews in live streams, and yeah, one other thing I realized I had to do, and I even asked. A long time ago, I asked Sarah, how can I go about making videos? How do you do that? And she gave me a very, very good tip. She said something like, every time you have an idea, write it down, because during the day, we can have many ideas what we could do, and then if we need them, they're all gone. And so I wrote some ideas down around doing live interviews, and yeah, I just tell you about them, and if you're fast enough you can steal some of them and make the video before me. So one thing would be how to go about reading comments while you're doing a live interview. Then one topic could be how to really listen during an interview. And then I have tell your audience why this interview is for them. Why is it interesting, or what is the relevance of the interview for the audience? And yeah, they're all not in a specific order. Another is you as the interviewer are responsible for the outcome. Tell that to your guest so that the guest can be relaxed. If the interview was boring, it's always the fault of the one doing the interview and not the one answering. Yes, that would be one. And then having a specific goal, what to achieve is the interview, and do tell the guest and the audience what the goal is. Then another topic would be stay in control of the interview. And yes, they're all just points I came up with. One would be building trust with your guest, so the guest feels comfortable and is relaxed and open in the interview. Another one would be curious. Always be curious. If you do an interview, you really want to know things. And another one, I give you all my ideas here. And another one would be write the intro of the video. So the rest of the video, if you do an interview, I wouldn't write all the questions down, but maybe really write the intro and tell the guest what the intro will be. And another point is prepare promotional items for the guest. Does the guest want to promote the YouTube channel or some product? Yeah. And a final one would be showing is better than telling. So if you have something you can show, for example, when I talked about decluttering with Sarah, I didn't just talk with her, I also showed some pictures from my home, and that's much more interesting. And after finding so many things, I thought maybe I could start with an overall one, 10 tips for live interviews. And so that was the whole list. I hope that was interesting to hear. And now we go back to the comments. Paul says, Marcus, do a how to clutter better video. Clutter like a pro. Okay. I think cluttering is not so hard. Sarah is laughing there, yeah. And Lala says, laughing out loud, Paul, I think Marcus is not so good in cluttering. Okay, I am. Believe me, I am. Talk to a crafter, they are the best at creating clutter. Who is that? Okay, that would be you. Yeah, but maybe you sometimes need some clutter to be creative, and the question is, can you put it away after that? And Paul says, Sarah, maybe you should do that on April Fool's Day. Yes, and Paul answers to Lala, crafters, they see potential in everything, so they want to hold on to it one more day. Exactly. And Paul says that's a ton of ideas. Yes. If you have one that you think would be specifically interesting, tell me about it now or later in the comments. And now I have a big list, and there should be something I could do with it. And now that I announced the date, let's bring that back. I have time until then, so I guess it has to come a bit nearer so that I feel enough pressure for it. And the good thing is then I will start, and if I think it's not good enough, it doesn't matter. Whatever I have until then will go out into the world. So that's the idea there. Yeah, I guess that's... yeah, thank you, Lala. She says, go, Marcus. Thank you. Yeah, Lala, you're in general always so helpful with keeping me on track with going live. And now you're helping too with doing recorded video. And yeah, let's see what I will finally come up with. I'm not particularly afraid of the editing, because I did edit the intro music video, so I'm somehow familiar with that part, and now we will figure the rest as we go along. Yeah, okay, but I think that's what I wanted to talk with you about today. Thank you so much for joining me live here or in the replay. And see you next Thursday for the next live stream, or February 27th for the recorded video. Thank you very much. Until then, bye.